Hey, it's Allison, and you know the key to having a good functional wardrobe is being able to walk into your closet, see everything that you have, know what's in there, and have it all nice and organized and ready to go. It makes getting dressed that much easier. So I wanted to share with you today the actual process that I go through every season when I clean out my closet. I call it my quarterly closet cleanse. Now you might think it's a little bit extreme for me to do this every single season, but it helps me to really know what I have, to only keep that season's clothing in my closet, just one season at a time. I think that it helps to pare down my items and really gives me a better idea of what I have to wear. So the first thing that I do is I start off by, once I go in and start this whenever the old season's clothing is still in there. And the reason that I do this is because it's still fresh in my mind what I've worn that season and what I didn't. And this is important because the first step in the process is going to be that you're going to take the items out of your closet one at a time, and you're going to have two boxes or piles or however you want to organize this. I use boxes because I find it easiest. And one of those boxes is going to be the things that you're going to store for the following year. And the other box is going to be things that are going into your maybe pile. Now what the maybe pile is are items that you, number one, didn't wear all season. Number two, no longer fit and you're probably not going to wear anymore. Number three, are no longer in style and you're just kind of on the fence about. Or number four are things that are damaged or need to be replaced or upgraded. And you're going to be going through the maybe pile later on. So just go ahead and throw some things into that box for now, just to categorize them. What I do with a box of items that is going to get stored for the following year is I carefully fold the clothing and put it in there and store it so that it's ready to go whenever I'm done. So once I get through all of this, I go through, every single clothing item for that season, as well as all of my shoes, all of my pajamas, and any workout clothing that might be season appropriate that I won't be using the following season. And I just sort of pack that box up, put it off to the side. We don't need to worry about that right now. It's going to go in storage somewhere. I put mine in an upstairs closet, but you can put yours wherever works for you. And then I go through my maybe box and I start separating things out into categories. There's cash, stash, and trash. So the cash category is the one where I'm either going to sell it at a yard sale or I'm going to donate it. The stash category is something that I'm not quite ready to let go of yet. So I think I'm going to keep it at least until the following year. And then if I pull it out and decide, hey, this no longer works for me, or I didn't wear this last year, so I'm probably not going to wear it this year. You can make a decision at that time, but it's a little less permanent than putting it in the cash pile because you can pull it back out later on if you want to. And then of course the trash pile is going to consist of anything that is worn out, has holes, is stained, or just needs upgraded in some way. These are going to be things that you are not going to be able to donate or sell. So think, for instance, one of the things I threw away was an old white t-shirt that had some stains on it. Nobody's going to want that. Well, actually, my husband did pull it out of the trash because he wanted it as a car cloth to dry the cars with. But those are going to be items that you're going to put in that pile. All right, so once you've finished going through all of the past season's items and your closet is completely empty and all you've got left in there are your hangers, then it's time to pull out your next season's clothing. Now, I do want to say that if you don't organize your closet seasonally, that's fine, but you've got to start somewhere. So that means if you have all 4 seasons packed in there right now, I want you to take everything out. So you're going to do that cash, stash, and trash thing for everything in your closet before you get to this point. And then we're going to just put back in the next season's items. I tend to clump my seasons together into categories. Fall and winter goes together. Spring and summer goes together. But I do a more gradual transition over. So right now we're going into fall. Actually, we're into fall, but in Texas, we're kind of not quite there yet. So I did keep some transitional items in there, like some lighter weight cardigans, a couple pairs of sandals, just some things that I might wear in the coming weeks before it gets really cold. You're certainly welcome to do that. You don't have to pack everything up and put it away. Just leave in there what's going to work for you and work for your weather best. Now, once you start pulling out the items that are going to go in for the next season, you're going to go through that same sort of audit. If there's an item in there that somehow made it through from last season that you didn't wear at all. Maybe that's something you're going to put in your maybe box for now, and it's not going to make it back into your closet. I try to only put the things in there that I absolutely love, that I'm 100% certain that I'm going to wear, and I'd rather be a little bit conservative in what gets put back into the closet than to put too much stuff in there and not end up wearing it. My goal really is to do a true audit of my items. And whenever I start the season off, my closet looks a little light, and that's okay. Actually, my husband even commented yesterday, because I did this quarterly closet cleanse, and he said, Allison, you have nothing in your closet. And I said, good, that's exactly how I want it, because everything that's in there, I am in love with. And I know I'm going to wear it. If I'm not going to, it's not going to make it in there, because that just clutters my life up. And I'm really all about this less is more philosophy, and knowing that everything in there is going to serve a purpose. Everything in there is going to get worn. So I do this audit and go ahead and, I do the same exact things. If there's an item that's damaged or that needs to be replaced, I make note of that. One of the things that I did yesterday after I completed my quarterly closet cleanse was I went to Target, and they had a great deal on stocking up on t-shirts and tanks and camis and layering tees, and I replaced all of that. I took an entire drawer of tank tops and dumped it into the trash can, because it was they were so worn out. I wear layering tanks under almost everything every day, especially in the fall and winter. So those all needed to be replaced. But just really look at things with an eye of what you can get rid of, what you absolutely love and want to keep. When you're thinking about what you love and want to keep, it really needs to hit an emotional place for you. You have to feel great in it, whether it makes you feel comfortable or confident or sexy or whatever. Look for those types of emotional hits that make you want to hold on to an item. If something is too big or too tight or just doesn't make you feel good when you wear it, then it's time to toss that. It's time to get rid of it. Get that negative energy out of your closet, out of your life. Now, that's not to say if you have something that you did love that no longer fits, certainly take it to the tailor and get it tailored so that it actually suits your body better now. But for the most part, just get rid of the things that don't serve you. One of the things that I like to do in this process is I like my closet to be wearable ready. And what that means to me is that I get out my iron and ironing board, I make a laundry pile, and as things come out of the box or off the hanger or whatever from being stored the previous year, I check out the condition of it. Yesterday I made a pile of dry clean items. One of my cashmere sweaters had a little mark on it. It needs to go to the cleaners. My black ankle pants needed to go to the cleaners. I did tons of laundry. I washed all of my blouses, most of my jeans, a few of my sweaters. And then there were things like scarves that I ironed because they had gotten wrinkled from being stored. So everything that's in my closet now smells great. It's ironed and it's ready to go, which makes things a lot easier whenever I walk in there and want to put an outfit together. I'm like, oh, cool. I don't even have to iron this. It's ready to go and it's clean and it's fresh. So that's another thing that you want to consider. Really carving out a few hours of time. This took me an entire afternoon to do, so really block out some time. I think I started around 11 o'clock and ended at about 3. So just make sure that you've got a good 4 hours so you don't feel rushed and you can really take your time and do this. So once you have everything back in your closet, then you need to turn your attention to your drawers. My philosophy on organizing your closet is that I personally hang like items together. All of my tanks, all of my short sleeve shirts, all of my long sleeve blouses, all of my cardigans, jeans and pants are organized according to color and style. And my drawers are primarily for things that I don't want to see to put outfits together. So that's going to be my activewear, my pajamas, my bras and underwear, and all of the things that work out better in drawers that can be folded. So the next thing I do is I go through my drawers and I dump them all out onto the floor. I remove the items that are seasonal and put them in the box to be stored for next year. Go through the same process, the cash, stash, and trash. And then I make a list, again, of things that I need to kind of fill in the blanks in my wardrobe. And pull out the next season's items and put those in the drawer. Fold everything, make sure it's nice and neat and organized. And that's basically the same process I use in the closet, I use in the drawers. It's just for different items in there. And that's it. It's really not difficult. It feels great. It's nice to know what you have and what you need. And I've been doing this process for at least 3 to 4 years now. Not only do my own closet, but I do my kids' closets too. You know, they grow out of things so quickly. And I find that if you don't do this on a regular basis and you start accumulating, and then it's like this big overwhelming mess and you don't want to take the time. And it's just so much easier to do this on a quarterly basis. Or if you can't commit to quarterly, then twice a year is perfectly fine too. There's nothing wrong with that. But the closet audit is really important as far as making it easier to get dressed every day and knowing that when you walk in there, everything that you have in there, you're going to love. And I don't care if it's only 5 pieces. If those are the 5 pieces you wear consistently that make you feel great, then there's absolutely nothing wrong with having just those pieces in there. So don't be scared when you go through your closet and see that it's whittled down significantly. That should be a feeling of accomplishment, and you should feel some kind of positive energy when you walk in there, knowing that this is a space that serves you well and that it's going to make your life easier.